Hey, Chip and Sissy. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Ohio. Hey, Scribbles. Never know which way the camera's going to turn on. Fishy. Okay, is that too high for that? Okay. All right, guys, welcome in. I'm going to go ahead and get started real quick here. I've got hundreds and hundreds of glass negatives and slides over here. I showed them last night during the preview. I showed the stacks of them. I don't know what's on most of them. Hey, Junk. I did not find. I had a big box of them, and when I moved, I didn't find the one big box. So I'm not even going to speculate what's on these at all. I haven't looked at most of them. I did look at a few in the box that I did not find. But if I sell some, I'll have another show after I find more. But I'm not going to get all through all these tonight. I'm going to show them and then just run relatively quick auctions on them. Hey, Eagle. There's ones like this, like that's a Magic Lantern slide. I don't know what fits, but you can, like this is my hand, and I've got normal sized man hands, I guess. You can tell that's a Magic Lantern slide. I'm not going to measure these. You just have to use there's different sizes. It'll be okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And we're doing $5 starts on these. Some of them probably aren't worth anything. Some of them are probably really crappy. I don't know what you're going to find. Hopefully we find some good ones. These are kind of a pain in the butt to package. So I'm starting them higher than I start a lot of stuff. But I'll try to show what's on them. A cloudy morning, Lake Erie. Dated 1895. William McCourt, maybe, is the photographer. Oh man, my camera was focusing beautifully when I had my camera open, and now it's not going to focus for me and whatnot. Oh boy. Well, that one's focusing. All right. If I can't focus them, I'll just tell you if they're blurry. I did actually sort of prepare, and I had the camera open, and they were focusing good. All right, we'll just start with this one. National Pictures. No idea. Maybe somewhere in the Middle East, some desert. If you know what the pictures are of, feel free to chime in. I'm just going to run these for 10 seconds and then move on to the next one. That one's running. Thanks for the bid, Slay J. Did you guys all vote for the naughty awards that Bishy is having? Who didn't vote? No, don't vote for me. Let me try one thing. Bishy, give them the link to your thing. Let me grab a sheet of paper real quick. All right, if you've never sold slides or glass negatives or anything, usually you can just stick a piece of paper there and in the light, that's a little bit better. So they don't focus, I'll try that. This one's the William McCourt one. Looks like a homemade magic lantern slide about normal size. So that one's running. If you go to Bishy's Facebook page, you can vote. And there's all sorts of different categories. A lot of them are kind of crafting related. This looks like this is by the same photographer. And it's dated 1896, The Coming Storm, Lake Erie, William McCord. And I guess it goes that way. Now it's running. If you need the link, say so in the comments and Bishy can message you so you can vote. Thank you, Slade J. I think that's pretty good photography for 1896. Know nothing about that photographer. I'm assuming that's the photographer's name. And that's a glass negative of two women sitting in the brambles or something. Peltier woman says to message her. That one's running. And there's a better view of the guy's name. So it must be William A. McCord, Cincinnati, Ohio. Looks like there's a little bit of something happening over here on it. But it's another homemade glass slide, 1892. Big waves on Erie in that photo. That one's running. Gonna dust them off on my leg when they need it. This is a tiny one. It's like a 35 millimeter one. It's a cow. That's running. Um, I don't think she's feeling horrible. She was upright anyway. Last time I was up there, she still doesn't feel real well. So this is the women, and they are not in the brambles, and that's running. Class negative on this one. Like 3 by 5, something like that. Maybe she fell asleep. I don't know. Is she in here? Yeah. Let's see what this one is. No, that doesn't help that. I think that's just a crappy one. Move on from that one. A little bit of spotting on that. It's like a bunch of kids standing beside a barn or something. And that one's running. And I'm just going to run these, not say they're running every time. So when I hold it up, I'm just going to push the thing and go. Unless you want me to repeat everyone's running every 10 seconds. I don't know what that one was. There's a town in the background. It's like a house with ivy or something. There was a bear. I don't know. And there's another one of those homemade slides. William Accord, 1895, on the Little Miami River. And that's running. I thought you said something was a pounding noise in the ear. I don't know. I might have. Thank you, Powder. This is the Ohio River, William Accord, 1897. Oh, that's a nice one. There's some people sitting on the shore, and there's some boats of some sort. I'm a horrible judge at this stuff. I thought that was a neat one. If you bought stuff in my show earlier today, I think I got everything packaged and labels printed for them, but three. Yeah, the last one ran. This one's running now. Looks like an orchard. You want me to run the other one again? It's running. That was Ohio River, 1897. Thank you, Belgian woman. Try to take slides from some different areas in my piles here. So we have a mix of different things. This one says General Gomez's victory at Saratoga. So this would have been for a Magic Lantern slide. It's labeled normal size. This one says living under a tree. And that one's running. There's a naked children under a tree and what looks like a table that they must be living under. This one's obviously broken. Fort Pitt Film Company, Pittsburgh. The corner up there is taped. And it's like a hill, a mountain or something. Most of these come from estates, like buyouts or auctions or estate sales. I get them and think, oh, I'll look through them and find something good, and I never look through them. So that's what I'm doing here tonight. Just trying it. Don't know what that is either. Oh, it says Botanical Garden Havana. So it's Havana, Cuba. I don't know if you can make. It's got some numbers up there. And Botanical Gardens, Havana, Cuba. That one is running. This one says that. Focus. Focus. Nernst lamp characteristics. I don't know, some sort of chart. Voltage and efficiency characteristics. It's some sort of landscape, I think. Not sure what's going on there. This is fun. This is better than sitting. This is better than standing over there painting the shelves anyway. Palestine, part of ruins, and old something at ruins. Old something at, I don't know what that says. Corners broke. That's running. Something in Israel. This is a little bit smaller than that normal slide size. And that one's tinted. And no identification on that one. People on a dirt road. That one's running. This one is just captioned sunset at the top. And that one is tinted as well. Hey, Margaret. There's a better view of the one that I couldn't figure out. Still don't know what that is. It's a bird's eye view of something, some river. Can you tell what's going on down there in the bottom with the lines and stuff? I'll whip out my loop and see if I can see. It looks like those are little, what do you call those? Sheaves of wheat or something? Down there that are all lined up. And then a river running down the middle. And I'm in Western Pennsylvania. And so it's likely where there's lots of trees there, Margaret. Did you make it home, Margaret? This one also says sunset. Did you notice that big hole they were making there in Brookville that I was telling you about with the bridge? Oh, you probably were looking at your phone. And there's another bird's eye view. And that negative is running. This one is unlabeled. And that's running. This one is from that William McCord. It says Sunset on Miami, and it's a slide that says the Cincinnati Camera Club. So that one's running. Thanks for the follow, Dilly. Thank you, Elder Woman. Don't think there's nothing there. That one's messed up. I don't know what's going on there either. This one is Tom Phillips Slide Company. Flowers cheer and help the sick. From Olds the flower to the florist always. So it's an advertising one that's tinted. That one's running. I don't think I can make this one out either. It looks like it says some gorge on something from Lakota to something. That's what it says right there. And this is another William McCord one. It says Old Mill on the Miami, and it looks like it's dated 1901. And there's a mill right in the background, and that is running. Thank you, Dilly Alley. And if you're a seller on here, feel free to advertise your shows during this. Group photo of people. That's some wild wallpaper they got there. This one's a negative, 3x5, something like that. Not sure what's going on there. I'm gonna get the loop out for that one. There's something. Those things in the center are Barker's almanacs. I don't know how they're floating there above that guy's head, and they look to be above a lamp chimney. They may be stuck down inside of it. I don't know. Could not make a date, but they're Barker's almanacs. Oh, there's Warren a bit. Yeah, give Warren a bit of follow. They're the ones that made me hungry for Taco Bell the other night. This one bunged up. It's like a bunch of women wearing hats outside a building. That one's running. I'm going to guess and say no one is interested in ones that are like mathematical and charts, right? Is if anybody's interested in them, tell me, and I'll show them. But otherwise, I'm just gonna put them off to the side because I'll gladly run them if somebody's interested in them. But hey, Sphinx, this one's the Tom Phillips Slide Company. Place your Thanksgiving flower order with From Olds, the Florist Always. Another tinted advertising one. And that's running. And these would have been, if you don't know what a magic lantern show is, they would flash these slides up, like project them, and then someone would tell a story about what the slides were, and that would have been an advertising one, sort of like the advertising at the beginning of movies. Some sort of lake. That one's running. Right. No idea where that's at, but that appears to have been taken from a guy sitting in a carriage or something with his horse ahead of him. That's running. There's another slightly tinted one that says Sunsetscape, and that is running. And that one's like a square one. And this is another square one. It is not captioned. looks like some soldiers and some happy women. And that's running, and it's tinted. I'll save that one for my military show that I keep promising everybody that keeps asking when I'm going to have it. And this one is not captioned either. Appears to be a bunch of dead fish all lined up. And that one's running. Was that a sarcastic yum because it had two M's? It's not my favorite thing. That's running. A couple guys, a couple girls under a tree. There's another chart one. This is another William McCord one. This is dated 1892. It says a blow on Lake Erie. And that is running. Thank you, Pouchy Woman. There's a few. If I find any that are not that are flexible, whatever you call those kind of negatives, I'm going to toss them here, and then before I'm done, I'll do a little lot of them if I have very many. Those are amazing photos. I think. I don't know anything about that guy. I don't know. Maybe he was somebody famous. I don't know. There's a negative, and that's running. It looks like there's somebody behind the crook of that tree. I think that's somebody. Thank you, Dilly Dally. This one's got the corner chunked out of it. It's a group photo of people under a tree. That one's running. That's what I thought, Ohio. Then I was second guessing myself. This one is not captioned either. Regular magic lantern slide. That one is not a photo. That one's pixelated. It's a print. That's a Magic Lantern slide of a print of a fence. And this is another McCord, Early Morning on the Ohio, 1893. And there's people in boats. And those are running. Or that is running. Thank you, Skin Catcher Woman. I'm guessing some of those would look really nice if they were blown up. And that's some chick by a bush. It's a nice hat. And that's running. And that's a negative, obviously. And that one's more people. That's running. That says Hoy Sound. Don't know where that's at. Not really blurry. And another tinted one. Don't know. It looks like a bunker, maybe. Maybe some trenches. That one's running. I think that's a bunker. We'll stick that with the military ones too. It's a headless woman. There's a negative of a woman. Looks like she's reading something. Got a vase and flowers. A mantle clock on a shelf. That is two guys, or maybe a guy and a woman, standing in front or behind, I guess behind a Victrola. And that one's running. And that one's running. Looks like that guy kicked the woman out of the chair for his picture. And here's another advertising one from Tom Phillips Slide Company. A corsage bouquet. Nothing pleases Melody. Oh, Milady. Sorry, more from Olds the Florist. And that one's running. And this is retitled Summer Hours, Lake Erie. It was titled Along the Something. 1895 William McFord. That's pretty nice there. Little girl with a hat and a rowboat. It's a very nice photo. That one's running. Thank you, Billy. That was a full one. This comes in an envelope. It says Fritz Jumping. Soft negative. Oh, look, it's a dog. It must be Fritz. He's jumping. Well, Pick, your credit is good with me. If you really want some, you just tell me and I'll just send them off to the side if nobody bids and make you a pile. Don't know when I can get them to you, but so that's a negative of Fritz the dog jumping. And here's another one that's in an envelope and says group on a step underexposed. So it's underexposed. And you really can't see them that well, but halfway decent picture. And we'll do another one of those. So as this says, views of Jay Peak. I think it says Jay Peak. And that one's pretty clear. That one's running. Does Kale Dale like the glass ones from houses? Anybody know? A refreshing glimpse William Accord. What does that say? Lake in something. Oh, holding it the wrong way. Would help if I had it turned the right way. There we go. That makes more sense. I don't know what it says, but that's a pretty nice photo there too. Connecticut. Yeah, you're probably right, Rag. Thanks. And that one is running. The tree one. The one with the lake. That one. Yes. That goes in Pic's pile. And there's 3 women now in that. Either somebody got a camera or a photographer came to their house, because there's a bunch of the same view with different people in it. I'm pretty sure there's a town down there. That one's running. Looks like a bird's eye view of a town. With some of these ones with the views of these. Whoops, I had it upside down. If you only knew what town they were, they'd have some considerable value. But I have no idea. I don't know if I can. That's right side up. Holy hell, my magnifying glass is dusty. No wonder I can't see through it. Can you zoom in if I can hold it steady? Focus. Zoom in on that white triangle in the middle. Check out that bridge. That thing right there is a pretty interesting wooden bridge. That's a glass negative. It's square, and there's cows in it. And that's running. Pick. I'm supposed to get a new phone here later in the week. I'm told that the iPhones, you can zoom on them. I don't know That's what I've heard people saying. I can't zoom on mine, on my iPad, and my Android does not do it either. I can zoom in when I'm watching someone's show on my Android. I well, pick. I tried to get the iPad, um, so I could multi-stream, and I thought it would be bigger, but the camera is not very nice, as you can see. This one's not identified. It's obviously some lake or shoreline. We'll, I'll assume you're correct. I have never been. Yeah, I have been to Lake Michigan. Mr. Bishy. And that one is a house. And that one's running. Not so far. I don't think. Well, there was a field, a bird's eye view of a field that had some. It might have been corn or wheat sheaves or something in it. I need. Give me 1 second. Oh, that helps a little bit. But now both my hands are full and I can't hit the button. That one's running. If I can just set that there. And welcome in. If you've never been here before, that's because this is my first show. I'm just getting things figured out. What's going on down there? That might be a campsite or something. Oh, those two are. That looks like that might be a patent drawing. I'll run that one and see if anybody. That's running. Any Civil War? I'm sure hoping so. Probably not though. I don't know. I have no idea what. This is the first time I've looked at these. You're seeing them for the first time with me. That one's a technical one too that nobody seems to be interested in. Those two are stuck together. That one's a house. I'm not really organizing. Well, yeah, I did save out some. That one's clear. I'll run that one. The last one was a little bit blurry. Here. There's no organization. It's gonna be a mess, Ohio. Actually, I get some sorting by size a little bit. And I'm hoping if there's anything that's anything, somebody will buy it. All right. Anybody see anything there? I don't know if that's the photo or whether that's just messed up developing. Oh, look, it's that's interesting. Oh, it's like a sideshow act or a circus or something. There, I'll try to hold it still when you zoom in. It looks like there's acrobats in a center on that stage with people watching it. That's a pretty neat one. That one's running. Well, I guess I will sort some. I'll save that one out because I would think acrobats would be something that somebody would want. That one's just a hill. And that's running. That one is nothing there. That one's black too. There's a nice one of a house. And that one's running. It's got a guy and a dog and a couple horses. That one's cracked. See the crack? That's running. The guy and his dog and horses. Don't be mean to Fishy, Keith. Fishy's wonderful. So that's a tree in a field. That's running. Keith, did you were you here when I showed the acrobats? Do you want to see the acrobats? This is a Summer Nocturne, Lake Erie, 1896. Oh, that one's a cool one. It's got a boat and a sun in the water. Do the pick pile. Got it, pick. Yeah, nobody wanted that house the first 4 pictures that we saw of it, so we'll just skip that one. If somebody decides they want to picture that house, let me know. We got quite a few pictures of it. More Arbor Day Club photos. And that one's a dog. Little square negative. That's running. That one's a horse. Can't tell. Oh, that's a line of sheep. In a field. Yeah, I am certainly not going to get through this whole pile of these tonight. But I'll probably have more of these. This is somewhat enjoyable to look at these. It's like scratching lottery tickets or something. Get to look at pictures. So that's a dude on a horse. Is he a soldier? Is that a soldier's hat? Looks like he's wearing a suit though. Yes, the horses are making out. So if you're into horse on horse action, antique negatives, bid. Hey, Lady Jane. Ohio, shining arms. Two women. That's running. Ohio, the other day when you were selling those photos, and every time you said that somebody had a nub or was missing their arms, by the time I got turned around to look and see if if you were just being a smart ass or whether they were really missing appendages, they were gone. There we got multiple animals. We got cat and dogs. Yes. Guess what? Did I miss something? That's what I was thinking. But that's just what I've been told. Because they said that I'm backwards. I've started a trend. Oh, thank you, In a Violet World. That one is yours. I don't know. I thought clockwise was the way to go, but it's too late for me to change it now. I wasn't trying to be a contrarian. I just really thought that was the most intuitive way to pick. And here's another fantastic bird's eye view of a town that, man, I wish I knew what town these were. Because they're virtually worthless if you don't know the town. But if you knew the town, you could probably get $100 a piece on eBay for them. That black thing in the middle, at the back, it looks like a church. But I don't think you'd be able to figure out what towns they were. And people they go crazy. They wanna have that picture of the town they live in from 130 years ago. I could just make it up. I highly doubt that there's Google Images. Oh, this one's messed up. I think there might be two on here. Oh no, there's just, I don't know. It does have cats. I don't know what's going on up here. Those might be how dirty they are. Anyway, there's cats eating. Thank you, In a Violet World. Counterfeiting $5 bills one at a time. The hard way. Maybe I should check my feedback after that show. That one's just black. Nothing on that one. But that's why it's the hard way, Ohio. Instead of just doing $5 bills, I'm doing it with postcards. So there's a farm. That one's running. That's a pretty nice farm picture there. I wish I was more popular on here. Not only because I'd make more money, but I might be able to have some sway in convincing the powers that be to stop the stupid censoring. There's no way on here to stop people from trolling when you see them start trolling. But you say ass and you get censored. That one was black. What is that? What's happening under my screen? Oh, the red is still showing it in my screen. I'm wondering why there's a red line. Okay, that's a little washed out. It's an organ. Anybody else wants to be a mod on my shows ever, just so you can see what is censored, just let me know. I can make you a mod. Owns a house. In a Violet World wants to be in the red chat. You can be in the red chat. Same house. Nobody's gonna want that one if they didn't want the last one. We'll save 10 seconds. And there's that house again. Boy, I wish I knew what house that was. The people that live there would probably like to have all these pictures of it. Nobody wanted that the first 5 times I had pictures of that either. There's people sitting on a fence. And it looks like the kid's grabbing his crotch. And he sort of is. I got my loot. Just a sec here. The kid's holding something in his other hand. Looks like a little club or something. The woman's holding something in her hands. Holding pies or something. Fans. I don't know. They're all holding junk on the fence. And there's a little village or something in the background. And this one's another this is Old Mill Dam near Oxford, Ohio. And this is another one of those by that McCord. This one is undated. So that's a very old dam. And that one's running. Another one of those homemade magic lantern slides with a real nice photo in it. Most of them have been from the 1880s to 90s. Thank you, Belcher woman. That's another one of the house. Ohio, we were watching Forensic Files or whatever Butterfly's been watching, and there was an ad on Ohio, or ad for Ohio last night. That's blurry. I'll run it while I'm yapping. Oh, you can say fucking all you want. That's not censored ever. I've never seen that word censored. Bishy had to throw a fit because every time we said Bish in the chat, it would censor it for a while. the federal that gets you there. Anyway, there was this ad for Ohio, and it was this woman, and I didn't watch it real close, but I think she was telling her mother that they could move back to Ohio because she got the job, and they were all like, "It's the pound me part." Okay, this is Fido Jump. So he was Fritz before, I think, or else I just couldn't read. But this is, ooh, is Keith in here? It looks like a double exposure. You like double exposure glass negatives. But there, the ghost dog is jumping into that guy's arms. Violent. That's what I was thinking. It doesn't have to be violent. Thank you, in Violet World. Well, the flying ghost dogs are more popular than the house. All right, there's another view of a town that I have no idea what town it is. Oh, that's another one with that bridge. That white thing down there is that bridge. Anyway, that's running. Wonder if I did this in the dark, if it would make them. I'm gonna turn out the light and see what happens. Almost sexy time. There's no lights on over there. All right, now I'm gonna be sleepy. This may not work, and I may have to walk back over there and turn them back on. The lamp needs a brighter bulb for this. Well, you would think that turning the lights out would have made it better, but it didn't. Let me grab another one. Yeah, that didn't help. So I'm going to walk back over there. It did. Did it really look better for you? You don't know. It doesn't look better for me. Although this iPad sucks. If you're thinking of becoming a seller on here and getting an iPad, don't do it. Yeah, it looks halfway decent on my laptop when I'm holding it like that. So this is some sort of looks like a mill in the background there, maybe a stream. We'll run a few this way and see how that works. Yes, you can use Photoshop. or your imagination. Now I can't see what they say. Yeah, I got to turn the lights back on because I can't see if they have any vital information that might be relevant. It didn't have anything written on it. Maybe that's why I couldn't see it. A long time, 2.5 years, something like that. But I've got a lot more. That's just the ones I cloned in for this show. So, I don't know. It's a road. I don't know. I don't know how they look to you guys. I hope they look okay. They look like crap on my iPad, but when I'm holding them in there, they look decent on my laptop. So I hope you can see something. This one says. This one also says Joy Peak or J Peak in the envelope. Oh, that's sort of neat. It's like they have telescopes and binoculars. And that's running. It's really bizarre how different they look between this and the laptop that's right beside me. I was saying in the one show last week, when I was setting up my record show, my little area for that, I had my phone, my tablet. Thank you, Matthew. My phone, my tablet, my laptop, and Butterfly's phone. Hers is an iPhone and mine's an Android. All four of them had different views. The field of view on them they were different on every single one of them. Oops, that was an envelope. The envelope in it. And they were different, like significantly different. So keep that in mind if you ever think that if you ever think you're framing something for your whatnot show, that like you've got, I don't know, naked family members behind the frame, that there might be people on certain devices that can see a lot more than you think. That's another kind of neat one. I'm assuming that was right next to that one, so it's probably J Peak. And it's got a lady with binoculars on that one too. But this one's not an envelope. The other one had an envelope that said that. But they're obviously looking at something in the distance with binoculars. Thank you, In a Violet World. Where's J Peak? Does anybody know? Let's Google it. J Peak is in Vermont. Apparently there's a ski resort there now. That's just black. That's black. Hey, Charity. That's I don't know. I don't think that's ever gonna come. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that one completely in focus. I think it's a little bit blurry. It looks like a team of horses pulling a wagon with hay coming out of a barn. Do you know where J Peak is at, David? It's a woman in a chair. I think it's a woman. Someone wearing a dress. Kind of a creepy one. I don't think I'm not going to say it's post mortem, but maybe sleeping. It's close to Rutland. Is Rutland where Killington's at? Thank you, Rag. Well, when I win the lottery, I'm gonna have a summer house in Vermont up there somewhere. Piss off all the locals for coming in and buying property and living there in the summer. So there's a picture of a cabinet card of some dude that's blurry. I'll run it. It's blurry. I can't focus it. It's blurry. Oh, I was hoping somebody collected glass negatives of cabinet cards that were blurry. Oh, anybody collect black night sky? Maybe that's just snow. Those are negatives. An orchard with a town in the background. It's got a, I don't know, goober, whatever, causing that to be like that. I'll run it just because I'm running them. Thanks for the hearts. Bubba doesn't have boogers. He's a good kitty. And this is another one that, let me wipe it off and see if that helps. That thing she's saying was a Bubba booger was it was in the slide itself. So this one's a horse, a woman. And that's running. And this one says, I can't read. I don't know. It says that Holy Sepulchre, Jerusalem, maybe.
Oh, Magic Lantern Slide of Jerusalem, I guess. It's like it's got a crack up there. Oh, it's another advertising one. 4 more flowers. Tom Phillips Slide Company. Send our special gift box of flowers. Hand tinted one. And that one is running. Thank you, Rag. Rag, you want me to show you some more of those? I had a few other ones that they didn't bid on. You let me know. I've got them sorted by size, so I can find them relatively quickly. But there's some neat hand tinted ones that okay. I will. Thanks, Bishy. I will work some of those in. That's a nice house, and it's got some telegraph lines up there. It looks like maybe electric poles. I don't know. That one's negatives, and that one's running. Welcome in back, Geo. Look, it's another one of that house. They really wanted their house photographed. Can you see what's going on there? Supposedly there's a dog, according to the envelope. It looks like it says Mrs. L and dog underexposed. So there's a dog there. Guess it's in front of her. I never saw that movie either. The dots, yeah, those are, I don't know. It's like ball lightning or something streaking by. I don't know. It's something that bunged up from the. It's just the way. I don't know. I'm not supposed to be there. Yeah, what Rag said. What Dodge said. Dodge, did you make it back into that show when I tagged you? That guy kept calling her name. A corsage bouquet. Another advertising one. So that one's running. Thank you in a violet world. Goodies. This couch rest. I told Butterfly I fell asleep in a chair while I was eating again last night. I said I looked over and you were sleeping, and she had no idea that I had done it. This was running. Flowers cheer up and help the sick. Advertising. Thank you, Rag. Butterfly, are you sleeping right now? Another advertising one. Place your Thanksgiving flower order with from Olds the Florist Always. And that's running. Thank you, Rag. Those are all the ones that those are all the ones that I found so far that were advertising like that. I might find more, but that was all that I had found so far earlier. Thank you, Rag. Oh, sorry, Butterfly. Let's just say. I don't know. Isolier Wholesome Mint Cool Canal. I'll run that. I don't know my German that well. That might be a medical one. I don't know. Maybe it's an engineering one. All right, this is a negative of what looks like a small child. Plant section. I'm gonna run this. It's running. The little kid in the grass. Then I'm gonna Google. Isolier Wholesome. I don't know my keyboard shortcut for umlauts. Well, without the umlauts, Google doesn't think it exists. So we're never going to know. That's a single child under a tree. Sleeping baby in chair. That one's running. Thank you, Rag. There's the ladies again. Looking pretty much the same as they did the last time we saw them. Oh, that's because it was the same one. I'm missing out my files. Yeah, we already saw that one. Sorry. The Kissing Horses was under it. That's how I knew. And that one's just a tree in a field with a fence. And that one looks, that was either identical or very similar to the one we had before, but that one is a lot clearer. It's like a wagon with a couple people and horses, and that is running. Look at that ivy in that window. Flowers. Oh, come in, PK. Um, that one's unidentified. Magic Lantern Slide of Mountains. This one's kind of bunged up. I don't know what the correct term is when that happens to them. If I can get it to focus. I'll run it. There's a dog in there for if anybody likes dogs. Oh, train tracks. Maybe we'll get some trains. Thank you, In a Violet World. All right. The walkway over train tracks. Oh, there is a train. Isn't that a train? Oh, it's a speeding train. Look at that. Those people were waiting there, and there is a train. The engine is slightly blurry going right under the track, or under that walkway. And this one's a negative, it's probably 3x5. Nobody wants to train. We'll put that one up there too. I'm guessing that there's people that will want ones that have trains in somewhere. That one's bumped up. See, there's a train there. There's the engine. It's blurry. It's moving. I'll just run it again. It's running. It's a nice clear shot too, except for the train being blurry a little bit at the front. Thank you, Rag. For a jewelry show on here. Okay, I will. If I see something a little bit neat, I don't know what this is going on here. Oh, it's okay. I don't know if that's electric arcing or I don't know. Anybody know what that is? That box just has unused glass in it. That one's black. I think that's a blurry flower. That one's black. Let's try it. So here's one of these. Oh, there's another one of those acrobat ones that you guys didn't like. Some sort of stage setup with people watching it. Some kind of circus performers there. That one's running. Rag, you should look at this one. This one's neat. The contortionists. Nice clear one too. We don't want to interrupt your bidding. What do you have your? Thank you, in a Violet World. Do you have your show scheduled, Rag? Well, you guys always feel free to advertise your shows if you want to in here. All right, here's another one. This one, I tried to run this earlier. Nobody bid $5 on it. More contortionists, and they're like contorting with each other. And it's the same deal. They're like got a whole bunch of people watching them on stage. And that one's running. Misplaced my loop. Thank you, in a Violet World. I don't know how well you guys can see that. That's pretty neat. And I think there's another one I just pulled out that was. That one was from before and nobody bid. This one's another one that was in an envelope. Oh, this one's all smashed. Well, it's not smashed, but it's got hairlines in it. Look like little Asian kids, maybe. And that little kid, look at him. He's like doing a handstand with his legs up over his head. Maybe it's a girl, I don't know. On top of like a stack of blocks or something. And I don't know when this is from, but I mean, it's 1800s at some point. You got in the background, there's a horse and buggy or carriage. So I'm going to run that one. Thank you, in a Violet World. There's a kitty drinking out of a bowl. This one's kind of underexposed or blurry or something. Washed out. It's a neat little picture of a kitty. Thank you, In Violet World. So that's a still life of flowers in a vase. Flowers in two vases. And there they are again, the flowers in a vase. And that time they're sitting on a Victrola. Oh, Pick, I was thinking, Pick must have laughed. I thought she would have thought that was pretty. I'm gonna look at this under a loop here. I'm guessing that this one, I'm guessing that's not a Victrola. I'm guessing that's a cylinder player. Maybe. Looks like there might be cylinder record boxes in the back. I don't know. But it's some sort of antique record player with vases sitting on it. That one's running. You got a picture of a baby on the wall. That might be an organ or something. Thank you, Rag. I added the flowers to your pile. Okay, thanks. Pick, I asked you earlier if you got your gift, and obviously you didn't get it because I just sent it to you last night. Did you come in there at all when I sent that last night? That was Minnie Bish, Bish's daughter. She was doing she was doing artwork. Okay, these were in the bottom of that. Oh, I sent you a sticker. I was trying to get you to come into her show. Pick's kind of artistic. And I was trying to show you Minnie Bish's digital art. All right. This is not a glass slide, but I'm gonna sell this because it's in here and somebody ought to want it. It has the Gilson adjustable album advertising, and it came in this envelope of Manning's masks. It's not blurry, really. I thought you might. Her user ID on here is Wheaters, like ones who eat. Wheaters. Does it smell musty? I don't know. It's 150 years old. Everything smells the same. I'm surrounded by this crap. Doesn't smell musty to me, but I'm sure it doesn't smell new. Like, no, it does not smell like mildew, but I no longer smell that type of stuff. So it comes with the papers. And look at all the masks you get. Unused. Where's Scribbles? Does Scribbles use these? Scribbles does all sorts of photography, I think. Hold on. I'm going to try not to destroy them because they're probably fragile. But those are paper masks. And they're probably a little bit bigger than CDV size, maybe 1/6 plate. So you're getting all that. You get the masks, there's foxing on it. Look at it. You're not going to want to walk around and sniff it, I'm sure. Although I don't smell any strong odor, but like I said, I'm surrounded by it. So, not a glass slide, but it's being sold right now. It's running. I didn't know I had these, and it's the first set I've ever seen that I've had. So, I'm running them. Got the papers and the advertising book with it. Thank you, In a Violet World. I don't know. Maybe those are more common than I think, but I've never seen one. I like it when people pay attention enough that they notice that, because I didn't even notice that. Violet. Not sure what's going on here. Maybe snow? Might be snow. I'm not sure what that is. And that's running. Yeah, I don't know. I think Keith told me that's what it was called, and I knew it existed, but I didn't know what it was called. And a few months ago, I think he was the one that came in and told me what it was. All right. Actually, it's 8:30. My plan was to go for 2 hours tonight. So I'm going to show a few more, and then I'm going to call it a night. Butterfly, are you hungry? You didn't pay attention. Did anybody make any offers? No offers. Butterfly's hungry. So I'll show about 10 more of these and then call it a night. And obviously, I may have went through 100 of these, but I've got hundreds and hundreds of them. There were some halfway decent ones. There's Weeders. That's Weeders. Follow Weeders' pick if you follow people. I don't know what you do because you're incognito. I don't like incognito, then I can't creep on people. If we could make it till 7, Code Gaming will be on. KO Gaming. Butterfly, are you? I go 25 more minutes. If you want to make some of those things, all you do is just spread some of it on the on buns. You just flop them open and spread some of it on there and stick it in the oven. Well, that'll work too. All right, we'll go till 9 o'clock, right? That's like in 25 minutes, right, Mr. Bishy? That's what you. Okay, we'll go till 9 o'clock and we'll rate out the KO Gaming. If you've never seen KO Gaming, he's probably not going to have antique photographs, but he plays games and he's got some cool dice and stuff that he does. And they seem to have a pretty good time with their shows. Another bird's eye view of some unknown place, and that's running. Oh, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. If you want to eat ice cream, we can eat ice cream for supper. That's fine with me. We have several varieties, so we could have like a multi-course ice cream meal. We could have moose tracks and then the peanut butter for the main course and something different for dessert. Of course we say supper, Bishy. What do you say? Second lunch. Second dinner. Dinner's at lunchtime. Did I hit run? Nobody wants to anyway. Some sort of valley with a river running through it. Somebody needs to take all these bird's eye view pictures and these bird's eye view of rivers and stick them on eBay and label them as different places that are just totally made up. And all right, do I need to do it? Okay, we're gonna do it. Create poll. What do bear with me, I'm doing a poll. I know Bishy loves polls. Question mark. There. We'll vote. Oh. That's picks making sense. Oh, what's this? Where's Rag? Oh, we got some advertising ones. If that's a Lord of the Rings thing, all right, we got a, what is this here? Okay, I gotta get the pool out of the way. Obviously, people think it's supper when you eat in the evening. I don't care what the poll says. It's rigged. Can I hold the river one? You gonna tag somebody that's gonna put it on eBay and yeah, I put it off to the side. Run the last one. The river one? I don't was the river one the last one? The one in your hand. Yeah, I'm gonna run it. Hold on. Elm Street Garage, Detroit, Michigan, Consolidated Advertising Corp. Corner has a hairline. See? But it's got loyal folks trade at home. Motor performance depends upon quality. Our oil is the highest quality. Unfortunately, there's no oil brand on there. So I'm running it. It's running. And it's a magic lantern slide, and the whole thing is tinted a green color. I don't know what 25R4 is for a phone number. That's multiple offers. Thank you, Rishi. And thanks, you guys make the offers. I'm going to go till 9 o'clock. So if there's something you want offers on, I'm probably going to regret having buy it now stuff in there with glass slides. Be some Franken boxes. Thank you, In a Violet World, and thank you, Matthew, for the bids on that. That's yours, Matthew. In a Violet World gets all that stuff that the offers were made on. All right, don't go anywhere if you like that, because I found a box with these in. So there's 3 more of them that look like they're similar. Oh, this one's cracked too. It's got a hairline down it. I'm hoping there's only a few buyers. We ask no premium. Our good gas costs no more. Elm Street Garage, and that's running. Probably 20 era. Oh, buy as much as you want. Thank you, Rag. Since the people that have been here have been bidding, why don't we do this next Sunday? Oh wait, it can't next Sunday. I've got my family Christmas next Sunday. My next Sunday show in the morning is going to be short, probably. This one's cracked on the corners too. See, I have no idea. No clue. I mean, the slide was made in Detroit, but I think that's just where they made the slide. So that one's running. You need to Google faster when you put it up. Oh, that one's got race cars on it. Look at that. They're on a track. Thank you, Rag. Most likely this would have been, they would have had the same template or whatever that they probably could have used for other garages and other products, and then they would have put the business name down there at the bottom and then shipped them out, and it would have been at the Magic Lantern shows. They would have had that for advertising for the local place. more race cars, but more crack. See, it's cracked, unfortunately. But I don't think it's gonna fall apart. No, they use these at Magic Lantern shows where you went and saw these things projected on a screen like a movie, but before movies. Thank you, in the Violet World. There's still people that travel around and do Magic Lantern shows. Um, I've never been to one. I've never seen one locally that anybody's put on. But before they had movies, they'd have magic lanterns and they just showed different slides, and the person that was doing the projecting or whatever would read a story or yeah, I don't know. If you Google it, have you ever seen one, Dawn? I mean, I'm out in the middle of nowhere, um, so it's not surprising that I haven't seen one. Yeah, originally they projected them on the wall. I don't think I have any magic lanterns right now. Um, I've had some really nice ones over the years, but I don't think I have any right now. Well, there, Violet. If you're ever in Philly, they've got one in their auditorium. So I don't know what's going on there. That woman's doing something to the other woman while that dude is just sitting there, I guess. I don't know. But like this one, it's running. This one was probably part of a story. And they'd flash that up and they would talk about whatever's going on with all that stuff all over the floor and whatever's happening there. Thank you, Rag. I mean, if you Google on or go to like eBay, um, Bishy, I would. Don't they call it supper anywhere out there? You're in urban potato land. What about out in the fields? Do they call it dinner there? Out where the farmers are? And there's a whole room full of people gathered for supper. This isn't no identification or caption on this, but it's some sort of like dining hall or something. And that is running. Oh, yeah. Breakfast is in the morning, and dinner is at noon, and supper is what you eat at night. And this one is some Wilson from Philadelphia. Apparently, you're not allowed to give out addresses, Dawn. But Dawn says that oh, it moved. Wait, don't. Wagner Free Institute of Science in Philadelphia. If you guys want to Google that, that's where Dawn says they have an auditorium where they still do magic lantern shows. Oh, look at this one. They've got some black people dancing, like Aborigine type, with a camel in the background. And that's not captioned, but that was probably sort of part of a story. And there's the lion covering his face. Oh no, we're gonna have the I drink my pop in the cellar next to the creek. We'll set that inappropriate one off to the side. Somebody will probably want that one. And this one is C.T. Milligan. And this one's from Philadelphia. And this is called The Girl I Left Behind Me. And you got a little kid running away from that little girl. And it was probably amusing in the context of the story that was told, but you people from Idaho are funny. Oh, yes. Yeah, it. All right, here's another comic one. And it says, dear God, I can't read this writing. A struggle on whatever that says. So that's running. And this is a negative. And you got multiple dogs and children. And I don't know what's going on there in the center. I think maybe a dead rabbit. I can't make it out. But something's going on there in the middle. Focus. So that one's running. Hey, Sherry. Thank you, In a Violet World. That one is ridiculously big. Where's Sherry from? I should know. I ship stuff to her, but I forget. What'd you say? Uh, I don't think the temperature will have anything to do with them cracking. I mean, if they were really cold and you drop them in hot water, they'd probably crack. So, little kids in hats and some dudes on a road. They're angels. Okay, what does our poll say here? Oh, we need a tiebreaker. Dawn, is it supper or is it dinner? What you eat at night? You're like the vice president. You're coming in to break the tie in the Senate. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Oh man, Dawn's usually right, so we'll have to go with dinner, and I'll continue to say the wrong thing. So, snazzy dude beside a creek and a barn. And that's right. It's a crick. Everybody knows it's a crick. The double E sound is eh. Where did you guys go to school? Okay, this one. Okay, this is captioned on the envelope that I found it in, nutting party. So fill the chat with all sorts of red text, smart ass comments about nutting party. Group in carriage. I don't know what it says. Somebody's face. Ben's place. But women along a road. And that's running. Put that back in the envelope. Oh, that's a neat one. I have a speech impediment. I had to go to speech therapy as a child. So there's a ferry on some big creek. Oh, we got a raid. Hey, Busy Bee, thanks for the raid. Oh, where do we go? If you guys aren't following Busy Bee, give her a follow. I mean, she sells stuff and everything, but she gives away candy sometimes too. So I'll start this one at $1 for the raid because I don't have any giveaways to run. So that's running for $1. It's got a bridge and a big creek and a ferry. Thank you, Dilly Dally. I'm so glad somebody won that for $1 that already had other items to ship. But give Busy Bee a follow. Busy Bee, if you're still here, we're going to raid out here pretty quick. We've been selling negatives tonight, glass ones, and magic lantern slides. Does anybody have to have this? It's big. I'm not going to run it unless somebody wants it because it's so big. All right, I'm just going to put it off to the side. If somebody wants it, I'll run it, but I don't want a pity bid that results in 15 minutes worth of packaging for me because that's a lot bigger than all the rest of them that I've ran so far. Oh, there's another big one. same deal. Anybody want this? I don't want pity votes, but if you like this little girl and their doll, it's a negative and it's big. It's like 5x7. You did buy a giant poodle? I don't think it was quite this big. All right, we'll save that for later. That's a nice one, but I don't want to coerce you into buying something that can be a pain in the butt package. Oh my, that box has a whole bunch of them. We'll save those big ones for some other night. Yeah, there's multiple big ones in that box. His it's like maybe a German urban scene in the mountains. Oh, it's still a buck. Look at that. Earlier it was changing the price, and now it's running. Thank you, Billy Dowie. We'll give him a few more minutes here, and then the butterfly's probably famished. Either that or she's already started eating ice cream supper without me. Okay, they're live. All right, I'll do this. The two I have in my hand. Oh, and it starts for buck too. It's going to be running. It's running now. Some sort of cathedral. There's no caption, no identification. And I'm going to do one more. Thank you, Dilly Dally. One more, and then I'm going to call it a night. If you haven't followed me, give me a follow. I will have more of these shows. Actually, this is kind of I kind of like doing this because I kind of like looking at photos. So, and I haven't looked at them. Cuba Havana panorama. So, what's it say? And that one is McAllister. But a nice shot of some bay or harbor or something in Cuba. that Christmas record, it's running if anybody wants it. Nobody wants the Havana Cuba. That Christmas record last night, it was kind of cute in the beginning, and then by the end of it, it was not so cute. Alrighty, guys. Thank you for coming to this. I will have some more of these. This was kind of a test. I didn't know if anybody would show up to bid on these or not. But I do thank you. I didn't smash it, Dawn. I think I forgot to mail it to you, though. I think this was my intention, and I forgot about it. But it's still around here somewhere. I'm sure in some future shipment I get it on MP3 and stream it from my computer. Tomorrow at 10. Tomorrow at 10, yeah, I'm going to be selling cassettes at noon my time, 10 potato time tomorrow. And then tomorrow night at 5 Eastern time, I'm going to do some more Christmas music for a while. And I won't play that crap that I was playing the other night. But we'll find something. And we'll see how that goes. I don't expect to sell much because I didn't sell much during my first Christmas show, but I do have a lot of albums. And I'll go for an hour or two. We'll see. I got lots of it, but that'll be tomorrow at 5. And then Thursday, I'll do ephemera of some sort. So I'll probably be having a lot of shows over the winter. I appreciate you guys coming, and thanks for all the bids and the buy it now stuff and the offers. We're going to read out the KO Gaming. They're probably not selling antiques, but give them a follow, or at least check out what they've got. You too, Dawn. Have a good night. Thanks, guys. I will see you guys later.